Shri Matre Namaha, Shri Ramarasya Sarvajagatarasya. Before getting into the topic, please like, share, and subscribe to us channel so you motivate us in bringing out this sacred content to you all. I'm offering a paid consultation or guidance service. If you want to avail it, you can mail me at vibehirites@gmail.com. Today, I'm going to talk about a movie called as Nagvamshi. So, this movie is like a different kind of a movie. I don't know, like it's very different. So in this movie, there's one kind of a snake race. Snake here means a Kundalini energy, and also snake means the descent. I mean, this ascent of the ascent of Kundalini energy. So if you are in the Kundalini ascension journey, and if you are in Kundalini ascent journey, specifically if your Kundalini is rising from root to up, so it is the bottom up awakening. So then you will come across these kind of movies, so many movies, as I mentioned in the previous videos, where the movies or serials are related to snake, and those movies or serials, it will help you actually in your own awakening journey. It will have some kind of a codes or some kind of a coded message only for you, just for you. Just for 14, I have already made one video on the number 14, angelic number 14. What does it mean? So do check it out. So 14 means awakening, and in deeper meaning of that, an entire explanation of 14 number, I've made one video, you can listen to that one. So now whenever you are in the ascent journey, first your awakening started with the Kundalini ascent. When you are going through bottom up awakening, you will come across a lot of movies which is connected with the snakes, and you will have some specific message for yourself from that movie, or at least if not some personal message, you will have some kind of a understanding about Kundalini journey. You will have some kind of understanding about the entire Kundalini ascension journey itself. It might not be your personal, but it might be something which you have to understand about the Kundalini journey. Of course, Kundalini is a personal journey, so something will be there in that story which you have to understand for yourself. So that's the reason why you are shown certain movies or certain serials which are connected with the snake especially. And whenever your awakening process is happening, whenever you move through the next level of awakening, whenever your Kundalini awakening or Kundalini activation is very active in you, Kundalini is about to rise in you, then also you will receive this kind of a snake messages or snake movies or snake dreams or something which is related to snake. So this movie is also one such movie which is called as Nagvamshi. So here I did not write the entire story or something like that. I just wrote as always, I only write some important points. All the other things which are there in my brain, okay, already. So I just write some important dialogue or something like that, which I don't have to miss out. So only I'll write that much, and I'll share. I will explain the entire thing to you all. So this movie is based on, there'll be one girl who is that in her entire lineage they are worshippers of a snake goddess. Okay, snake goddess. So many families are there, so many people are there all around India who have the Kul Devata, Kul Devi as a snake goddess, some kind of a snake goddess or something like that. Okay, so for example, Renuka Devi, she's a snake goddess. So most of the people have the Kul Devi or Kul Devata as a snake goddess or snake gods. They are like a demi goddess or gods who are like also Kshetrapalakas, and also who are like a Kul Devis or Kul Devtas. So specifically for these people, if their Kundalini awakening happens, so they will have more this kind of a snake visions or snake dreams or snake messages, something like that, which is everything which is associated with snake. So for these people, for these family lineages, this kind of a dreams or this kind of synchronicities will happen more, because of course it should be a blessing of your Kul Devata also for your Kundalini to rise. So without your Kul Devi or Kul Devata, the thing Kundalini awakening doesn't happen in a family or a lineage. So definitely there should be some amount of your blessings of the Kul Devata for that to happen. So in this movie also, the people, they will have a Kul Devata as a snake goddess only, and then there'll be a heroine girl who is a snake herself, and she'll be like a reincarnation of a snake goddess. So before, in the previous generation, she will be like they will show a forest where the Amrit Kalash, when the Samudra Manthan happened, during that time Garudas have taken the entire Amrita thing, but they did not give any Amrita to the snakes, as you already know the story. But one drop of Amrita, it somewhere falls in some forest, and that drop of Amrita, that little bit amount of Amrita is protected by the snake goddess. This is like a lineage of snake goddess who have the responsibility of protecting that Amrit Kalash. Okay, that will be the story, the main concept and the gist of the story. So this snake lineage will be protecting this Amrit Kalash, and the people who, again, the negative villains and all these things, they will be back of the fighting for that Amrit Kalash, and all these things will happen. And because of that fight, the main snake goddess will be there, and she will be killed in that process, and then she will be reincarnated as a blue snake. She will be a very big blue snake, and then she will find a guy who can help her in achieving her purpose and all these things. That guy, he is like a musician, he is like a carrying flute, and he wants to create some kind of a music with that flute, and that will be shown. I think there are so many things there in this movie, but only maybe those people, for them the message, for whoever this message will be there, and I think those people will get those messages, or they will get those understandings about the things from this movie. But whatever is there in the movie, I'll tell. Okay, so the luck ki nahi atma ki shakti ki zarurat hai, she will say one dialogue where he will try for music and all these things, creating music and all these things, but he will not succeed. So that girl will motivate him like, you don't need luck, you need to have atma ki shakti, you should have this soul power to do that. Then ये समझ ही ऐसा है, इनके इनके बीच रह के होगा, जीतना होगा। ये समाज ही ऐसा है, सॉरी, ये समाज ही ऐसा है, इनके बीच रह के ही जीतना होगा. So they will say that you cannot leave, you cannot abandon yourself from the society, you have to be in the society. And I think this dialogue is very important for your awakening journey, so that's the reason why I wrote it. So in every person's life, they will depend on luck or some external factor and all these things, but then she will guide him that you don't need luck, you need your soul power, your willpower to do things, and then only things will work out. And also there's another dialogue, समाज ही ऐसा है तो इनके बीच में रहकर ही जीना पड़ेगा. Whenever your Kundalini awakening happens, nobody will understand you, but then the puzzle itself is to be awakened and be in the presence of this unawakened society. That is the main challenge, and you don't have to run away from the challenge. So if you are running away from the challenge, then what is there? So there is no specialty of you, right? By being an awakened person, if you are being an awakened person, then you have to come back to the society and you have to serve the society. In order to do that, you have to at first learn in the initial phases of your awakening journey that how to adjust with the society, how to be in between the society, and then be as an awakened person, just like a lotus. How the lotus is in the mud, but it is untouched by the mud. The lotus is your awakened consciousness. How your awakened consciousness, your presence is in between and is surrounded by an unawakened consciousness, and still is very comfortable in being with that unawakened consciousness as an awakened being. So this is the challenge. This is the main awakening. This is the why you are here, has being and holding that support and being that person who is providing space for that unawakened people or unawakened persons, and by being in between them. So you don't have to escape, you have to be in between them, and you also have to balance yourself and also balance the energies of others. So that's how it means. संगीत जीवन का दान देता है जी. So this is also a dialogue where Sangeet is like a music is giving you like a जीवन दान. So it is giving so this is the dialogue, but in obvious, like in decoding terms, I have decoded it like Sangeet is like a creation. It is creating. You're creating something. When you create something, first you need that life force, that you need that energy to create something, right? So when you have that force, life force energy, then only you are able to create something, then only you are able to be a creator. So that's how it means. The music is creating a creator within you. So you are creating music, and that you creating a music is making you a creator. So that's what I meant. I mean, I understood it that way. So then मेरे अपने भी खिलाफ हो गए, and in that मेरे अपने भी मेरे खिलाफ हो गए. In that he will say the dialogue. So where his own family members will try to give them troubles as usual. So in your own awakening journey, you can see it yourself. Okay. Then Garud Kavach will be there in this movie. Garud Kavach will be helpful in protecting yourself from snakes and all these things. Then Naga Panchami is shown, and Naga Devata is shown, and then finishing the fight is shown, and then patriarchy stops the spirituality. This is also shown. The patriarchal system, the patriarch in his lineage, they doesn't want to be spiritual. They just disconnect from the spiritual, and they don't want anybody in engaging the other generations and then engaging in the spirituality. So that's how the patriarch is stopping them in being spiritual. And but their own soul purpose and soul mission and soul calling is to be a spiritual person. Every person in this world is a spiritual person, but then they are in the Maya and they don't know that they are a spiritual person, and then they trouble others who are being spiritual. So that's how the game is running on the earth. So then the Narsimha Trishul will come, and then the Digbandhanam, all these things will happen, and Amrita Kalash will be there. And what I wrote, Sthapit, okay, well, I wrote something. I don't, I don't know. Sometimes I don't even understand my writing, because at that time I get so many downloads, and I just scribble something whatever I'm receiving as a download while watching the movie also. So I wrote something. So if we leave what I wrote in the next word, then in the last I wrote Vishnu is a protector. So in the end of the movie, Vishnu will come, and he will try to keep the balance. He will try to maintain the balance as always. A beautiful, loving God, Vishnu. He will come and he will try to balance everything out, and he will give justice to everybody, and he will protect that snake goddess, and he will protect the divine couple. That's the end of the story of the Nagavamshi. So this was all about the Nagavamshi. And if you're going through a Kundalini awakening, you go through, you watch this and you will understand so many things about your own journey. So this is not like literal snake kind of a thing. It is like understanding of how your awakening unfolds, how your Kundalini awakening unfolds, and what all you will face during the Kundalini awakening. And here he will go in this movie. I specifically now remembering one scene where he will go to some kind of forest, beautiful forest. It will be filled, it will be a little bit magical. No matter how much he's trying, he is not able to create music. But when he goes to that forest, he is able to create that music. That forest is aligning him. That forest is actually giving him space to bring out the creator in him. Like, he wants to do music, he wants to create music, he wants to play flute, but no matter how much he's trying, nothing is happening with him. But then he once goes into that forest with the heroine, and then suddenly everything aligns. That forest is like a space, that space which is creating, that environment is creating a space for him, holding a space for him actually, from which a beautiful music comes out. So he will, with the help of a flute, he will create some beautiful music, and that will be a very good music, and that is a hit music. So that's how he succeeds. And if you want to know more about this, do watch this movie. And so like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and let me know in the comment section below what all you did pick up from this movie after watching the movies. Come back and comment in the comment section below what all you received as a download, or what all you did understand from this movie. If you want to add anything, you can add anything. Feel free to add those points from this movie. If you feel that I have missed out on something, and something is very important which you have to which you have noticed, do comment in the comment section below. So thank you so much for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these beautiful, interesting videos for yourself. So thank you so much for tuning in. Sri Ramarasya Sri Matre Namaha.